Creating space to build a life that fulfills my purpose and is a blessing is high on my values list. That means creating space of things that don't light me up so that I can create a life of more of the things that do. That is what today's episode is all about. Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to this Monday mini-sode where I share an insight designed to help you live into what lights you up this week. What does light you up? That's a great question to start your week off with. I feel like I could just ask you that question and be done with the podcast today. These mini-sodes are ways for me to help you tap in and help my own self tap into the things that are of great importance to me and keep those things front of mind. And I have been doing so many things over the last 5 years to clear space, to do less of what lights me up, so I'm able to allow my imagination to play in the land of a life of more. More things that are in my scope of ability and desire, more things that bring me joy, more things that can serve others, more things that stoke my creative juices, more connection, more freedom, more exploration and curiosity. A life of more looks different for everyone. And so that's why I wanted to have this conversation. I want this episode to feel more like a conversation. What does a life of more look like to you? Are you completely satisfied with all of the things going on in your day-to-day life? Do you feel like there could be more joy or more ways for your gifts to be used to their fullest? Life is full. Life is what many people say very busy, with often other people's priorities. In addition to those priorities that involve you feeding your family, paying your bills, and all of those grown-up things. Somewhere along the line, those priorities cloud out what we may have desired when we were younger. Can almost feel fantastical to try to keep those breadcrumbs to our creative abilities and curiosities alive when life is so full with all those other priorities. So I wanted to share with you how I am stoking that fire of creating the life of more. It really involves taking space to uncover what that is. Because what it looks like now may look different from what it looked like in my mind 10 years ago. And some of the things that I wanted to achieve by this time in my life, I have achieved. This idea of more connection, a deeper emotional connection with my loves, a wonderful way of raising our family, and beautiful new connections with people. So it makes me realize once we do put our intention on those things can improve. Those things can grow. We have to keep our eye on the needle of what is truly most important to us, yes, in this moment, but also in the next few years. Sometimes it can be hard to look many years down the line to see what would light me up in all those years ahead of me. So what I like to do is take it like a year at a time to maybe 5 years at a time and build out those things I want to add into my life and those things I want to remove from my life in terms of projects and ways of living, places I want to be, all of that kind of stuff. It takes a little bit of planning, and it also takes some dreaming. So I want to invite you, as you're going about this week, to think about what are those things for you? What are those things that you feel like you want to cultivate more, the ideas you want to cultivate? Because what I've noticed is when I've really sat down and said, okay, let's really think about what we want to achieve, it can feel really daunting because we often can only move into spaces in our mind where we've already been. So creating a life of more for me often involves looking at people in my life who I highly respect, who may be living a certain type of lifestyle or doing the type of work that really inspires me, and thinking about how are they doing that, and somehow getting into their world, whether it's an author or a podcaster or someone who speaks on stages or someone who maybe just shares even in their social media feed how they're doing things. And I'm talking about authentic people in leadership roles, people who are doing really amazing things in the world, who are very open about the journey. They're not just showing the shiny things. They're showing the process, the mud that they're rolling in to get to where they want to go. And I'm really drawn to that because it's real. Because it's hard for me to really think in my mind, well, what are the next steps? But if I see someone else doing it, everything seems more possible. That is what happened for my health. That is what happened as I started to want to raise a family. That is what happened with starting a business. That is what happened even with starting this podcast. I was following along on the journey of others who were doing these things, and in the process, unlocking what I thought were hidden abilities that were really just there all along. They just needed an outlet to be opened up and used. And right now, I'm dreaming into the next version of what I'd like my life to look like, along with my partner, along with Peter. We are having these conversations. We're at different phases in our life and wanting to really dream into what is possible. And it's never too early. It's never too late. It's something we can do all throughout our life. So I invite you into that. Get off the treadmill, allow yourself some time to dream, some time to mine those emotions, those ideas, to dust off some of those things that perhaps have been lying dormant in the back of your mind because our world has been through so much and you've been through so much. The idea that keeps coming to me and has come to me, it feels like every year for the last 8 or 9 years, is there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that can get in the way of the life we truly want if we let it. There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect time to start a business. There's never going to be a perfect time to start a family. There's never going to be a perfect time to entrust your heart to someone. Sometimes it takes a leap of faith. And the beauty is in knowing that nothing is a deal breaker. You can start over if you need to. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. I hope this is encouraging to you, and follow along in the journey. I am going to be sharing some things that I'm working through and dreaming into, and I have some new ways you'll be able to reach out to me and some new beautiful ways I can be an encouragement to you with your dream building, this beautiful life that involve your health, that involve your relationships as well, to give you the support that you need to feel like you're being held as you move through the process, because we are truly in this life together, and I hope to be an encouragement to you in every way. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you on another episode this week. Big blessings. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.